Alright guys, this is a critique that I'm going to do on Chris. His last name is hard for me to say because I'm illiterate. Let me try to... Oh, look at that. Sending it through email is actually better, dude, because I can zoom in. Holy shit. Okay, first I see is that you're using a pretty small mag. And the way I could tell that is because of like how small these are, right? Like what are you using? Like was that 1, 2, was that 4, 8, using a 9 meg or a 7 meg to shade this, which doesn't look bad. All right, so the only thing I would have done different, your line has a little wiggle right there. Let's not have wiggles in our lines. And make sure that your black is filled up fully to the line, like right there. And you got a little bit of hair right here you could have shaved too. I always like tattoo it and then look if there's hair you have to shave before the photo. Which I'm sure you shaved. It's just that you got a little hair right there. Which, you know, turns 100%. You know, I'm pretty strict on these things. Like 100% tattoo is now a 99% because of the photo with the hair. That was a 9, yeah. So yeah, I probably would have used like a 13 or a 15 mag just on these whips specifically. That doesn't look bad at all though, dude. Like, you did a good job, man. Was a 7-liner or 9-liner? Now, if you did this one next to him, I would learn off of your healing on that one because that didn't heal good. I don't know if you did any of this other work. But yeah, this ain't bad, dude. 9. It looks like you used straight black. I don't even know if you used a gray wash. Which you don't need to use a gray wash. Like, maybe... Yeah, just make sure the black's all the way up to the edges of the line. Like here it looks like it is, but I actually take the black and I push it up into the line. A 9-liner, okay. Use them bigger mags, yes sir. Bigger mags. And if you want to do this style, like whipping out isn't bad for this style because that almost looks cool with the skip marks, you know? Like the traditional skip to it. Straight black, yep. None of the other work is yours? Okay. Alright, we're going to pull up this one. Let's check it out, let's check it out. Alright, so it looks like you used, once again, the 9-liner. Either a 9-liner or like a 5-round shader. Obviously, this is supposed to be wonky lines here. Like stuff like compositionally, like stuff like this. I want them long whips and I want to whip it good. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so compositionally, when I design something, if it has a line that breaks off like this ain't a flaw on your end. It's just a compositional thing that I see, and I point out to artists when I see it. It's like when this line, like obviously this line does this behind the snake, but the viewer's not gonna know that right away. You know, you gotta imagine the viewer as being pretty dumb. You know, like people that see this out on the beach walking around, like they're not gonna know. Like they're gonna think that, like obviously it's a twisted sword. We get that. Just this line specifically, if the like, I just wish that something right here was different. I don't know if you feel that too. Or how it goes so wide and then so thin. Like, obviously it does this here. But maybe if this was the same thickness as this, it wouldn't have such a... It's just a weird illusion it's given. I don't know if that makes sense. And then your line work. Now, is this a round shader is this a round shader or is this the 9-liner again? And I'm asking that because the grouping on your needles are pretty wide. The reason why I'm asking if it's a round shader, I'm sure it's a 9-liner once again, just because you're grouping. Like I can see your needle lines here, which means your needle's probably sticking out a little too far. If your needle's in the tube more, like less out, then it'll suck up more ink and then drive it in to where you don't have the line problem. A lot of us are trying to run our lines out too far. You feel that as a liner? Okay. These lines look pretty good. Yep. Stuff like this, I mean, like, follow your stencil to, like, a T, but a lot of that stuff's just, like, you know, just go with the motion. If you overthink the stencil, like right here, this little wiggle right here, you could have been, like your hand shadow was in the way, then you overthought, you're like, oh, yeah, I gotta turn now, you know? That's how you get little wiggles like that. Like, you get a little wiggle like that, just overpass it again, you know? I think what could be a lot better is, like, the photo. Like, you have too much direct light on this. Like, a lot of us, when we take photos, we want to put a light on it. Like, we think that that's the right thing to do. Like, I'll get good lighting on it. But a lot of times, like, it's too much light, you know, to where it, like, washes it out. Or puts this, like, there is a glare right here that, like, makes all your blacks look like a gray or, like, a light blue, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know that this is straight black. We know that. And then is the stippling also with the 9-liner? Like if you're gonna stipple, I would use like a 3-liner, unless I'm seeing it wrong. Like, did you shade with the liner also? Yeah. It's not bad work though, man. It's pretty good, dude. It's pretty gravy like the Navy. You know what I'm saying? All right, Kane here in the comments wants us to go check out his profile. All right, buddy. Let's check out your work. 253 posts, 563 followers, following 3,000 people. I bet you these are all sexy Instagram women. I won't blast you like that. All right, let's check this out. Painful Pleasures Unboxing on TikTok. My boy has TikTok. All right. Is this copyright music? Let's find out. Let's get the whole channel taken down. All right, what is this? Are these peak needles or what were these? Oh, this is the new peak machine, ain't it? Yo. I'm happy I checked this out, dude, because I want this machine. How do you like it, dude? I was just telling someone about this machine like yesterday. I think people are saying they get like 5 to 8 hours of battery life. I'm sure it's fine. And with like a tattoo machine, it's one of those things that you literally plug it in for 10 minutes and it's like, a whole hour or two more charge, What stroke are you planning on rocking it at? If I had that machine, Chris, I would be rocking that at 4, the 4.0 stroke length for like color, lining, almost everything. And then I'd probably bump it down to like, pretty sure it goes down to like 3.5 or lower, maybe like 3.0 for black and gray, like smooth shading. This looks all right. Now, how long have you been tattooing, Kane? And what inks are you using? You're using quadrant needles? Sick. I love anime, dude. These are awesome drawings, dude. These are fucking cool, dude. These are really cool. Like when you tattoo this also, I would almost do like the same technique you're doing here where you pop that liner on the outside and then you shade. Like don't outline this on a tattoo, like this inside. Obviously you do whatever you want. It's your piece. But like what I would do is almost exactly how you did it here. Like you pop that outline in on the outside. Dang. What is this? This is Prismacolor pencils? What is this? Is that a stamp? Or did you actually draw that, dude? Bro, you're next level, man. That's cool, man. I like it. Oh, it's like a stamp. Or maybe in like Procreate, you have like a stamp you throw on it. You're using Empire inks? Okay. Are you using the like the set? Or are you using like classic black, like 2 drops, 4 drops, 6 drops? 3.6 is your favorite right now? Yeah, 3.6 is probably good to rock for like an everything. Mostly if the machine is very stiff, like it doesn't have any give to it. And I think those quadrant needles are stiff too. Like there's no give to that. I don't know if I asked, how many years have you been tattooing? Are you apprentice or are you past apprentice? How many years in the game have you been out here, dog? These are pretty good, dude. I feel like your black and gray can use a little more like smoothness to it. Like I don't know what mags you're using. I would suggest like doing my setup, the David Vega setup. Use like a 7 curve mag, a bug pen, a 13 curve mag bug pen, and a 17 curve mag bug pen. Something like this bigger like shadow around the outside. I would use probably I'd use either like the 7 or the 17. My bad, like the 17 curve mag, and I would kind of like brush away, and I would do it very like I would leave the brush marks in it almost. It's so hard to explain it, guys. When I live stream tomorrow, I'll be able to explain it better. But like like where's my fucking camera? Everything's backwards for me. Like brush, like when you're tattooing. I don't know if you missed the beginning of the stream. I said don't like tattoo forward if you want smooth. If you want really smooth, all back strokes. You know what I'm saying? Like if this is your cartridge, like all ying, 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 back strokes. When you go forward, what the needle is doing is it's skipping across the skin forward. When you go backwards, it's less damage. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going backwards against the skin. If it's going forward, it's like it's skipping. Yeah, Kane, your drawings are beautiful, man. I love it, dude. Use the ivory, black, and the whole gray wash set. Yeah, me too. I'll use extra light, medium, dark, and then ivory. And then sometimes I'll put a little, like literally like 2 drops of water, like distilled water, like right into the ivory, just to make it a little smoother. Because if you talk to the owner of Empires, like he'll tell you like a concentrate and that you're not supposed to use it straight. But I'll use it straight. I'll fuck around and use that shit straight. I want them long whips. How could I go about whipping it good? Whip it good, buddy. Now when I'm whipping with the backstroke, like I said. It's pretty rare that I'll do a front stroke. I'll do them, but like, I don't know what I'm saying, man. Like, backstroke everything. I'll show you tomorrow on the stream, and I'll probably keep that stream up. I was going to say, if you did this, Kane, I was going to have to blast you, buddy. Yeah, this is bad. That's unfortunate that someone in your town did that to somebody. Now, what you did with that cover-up is exactly right, dude. You got your bold blacks in there. Like, you definitely did this more justice than what it was. That's kind of like, if you guys seen the dragon I posted on Instagram, that's how I did that one or whatever. I got all my blacks in there, and then I let it heal. You know, we let it heal about a month, and then I went in and put my opaque grays in it, similar to this. The only thing with this is, well, this is all done in one session. If this was done in 2 sessions, I would say just go over that black just a little more and get some hair texture. If you put your mag sideways, be very careful. Like if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. But if you practice a little bit on practice scan, get your mag sideways, and you could kind of get like hair, you know, like hair texture by running the needle sideways. Make sure you know what you're doing though. Like try it first on, you know, don't try it first on a client. I always suggest people go get like practice skin and go crazy. So I never like going this far down on people's Instagrams because this is where people get nervous. They're all like, ooh, that's my old stuff. Please don't go any farther. Yeah. It's definitely one of those things where you got to be careful taking on projects like that one that I just pulled up. This one looks a little better. I like all this. Like you got the line work in here. That's good. I wonder if this was this also done with Empire? Oh, okay, it was. Okay, with Empires, guys, use that dark. Use that dark tone. Opaque, which ones do you like? Okay. The opaques that I like. I make my own opaques. I'll use Empire Classic Black and I'll use Empire White. And I'll make opaques out of that. Like I'll fill, I'll start with my whites. I'll fill like a full cap white, like 3/4 of a cap white, half a cap white, 1/4 of a cap white. And then I'll fill the rest with classic black. And then I'll use like one of those long traditional tattoo needles that have like the little hooks on the end. And I'll take that and I'll do this and I'll put it in the ink and it'll mix up the ink, to stir it up. And I'll use, I mostly use that. I've been using the Radiant inks also, like the Radiant opaque gray. I just got that set. It's pretty sick. I've used all the opaque inks, but I actually like just mixing my own with the Empire. It just looks like it's more of like a cooler tone of gray. This is beautiful, dude. I like this. I would say get a little closer with your liner on some of these because I could see a tiny, tiny skin gap right there. With something like this, I would outline the outside. This is me personally. I would outline the outside in like a 9 liner. Just around this whole edge on the outside or whatever. And then the inside use a 3 liner. And then maybe use that 9 liner while you already got it out. You might as well just use that 9 liner with like some lining ink or something. You want to be very careful when you pack with the like the ivory black cane. You want to be very careful when you pack with that because it's such a high concentrate that if you're using like a 3 liner to pack with it, you're going to like blow out and like fuck up the skin. So I'd probably use like the classic black or something and just like, fill it in like that. It's kind of how I would approach it. I mean, it looks solid. It's going to be there on them, Stuff like this, you got to be careful taking on right now because you're going to need more contrast in this. Obviously, I don't have the reference photo here, but like under here, like mostly with these Empires and stuff, it's going to, they're going to heal lighter. A lot of these like gray washes and stuff heal lighter. So you got to just think of this. Every tattoo I think about is like, I'm thinking of it in like, I'm not thinking like 10 years. I'm thinking of like 20, 30 or more. Okay. So yeah. So more contrast under here. Solid black. Make sure these words are in there good. I know you want to get like that out of focus because it's a camera. Is this tattoo healed or is this fresh? Like he's shaved, but I still see a little bit of hair. What is this, a police academy? Guy has equipment on him. Oh, you did Yoda on this guy too. Now you're doing it good on like darker skin like this. Like obviously you got like the more like skin breaks and stuff. That's good. Contrast, you're gonna want that. Good. I like this one more than this one. Let me see what year these are. I don't want to go like way back 100 weeks. How many years ago was that? This 2 years ago? If you went back 2 years on my stuff, I would hope you wouldn't judge it. I gotta judge a man by what he's at now, you know. I would say post more recent stuff, buddy. Like you got a lot of, like, are these this year or what? 20 weeks ago? Okay. Yeah, I think you're on the right track, dude. There's nothing like crazy that I can like say here. I would pack like color like really good up in this. You know, don't leave like with color. You don't want to leave much skin breaks. You want to fill that in because when it heals and you don't, if you have those skin breaks, it's gonna look like really washed out and stuff. So make sure you pack that in full. Yo, if anyone else in the comments wants to send me their Instagram, I promise I'll be nice to you like I was here, Kane, man. Okay, this is, yep, right here, Styles. All right, this is Edwin's Tattoo, also known as Styles Inc. or Styles Tattoos. Everyone, please go over here and give him a follow. Like, I realize I'm not telling people to follow people, but, I mean, let's be honest. He has the balls to come out here, put his stuff out here so we can critique it. We should all support as a community. We should all come together, and we should give him a follow. Like, honestly, as I don't follow him. All right, I hit that follow button, buddy. All right, let's start the critique. So, my guy is tattooing a lot of darker skin. Okay, I'll be honest. Living in Wisconsin, we are limited to the dark skin we got. I'm not down southern Wisconsin. I'm northern Wisconsin. But I have done color tests on dark skin folks. I don't know with you, but I can't get red to stick that good. Because I'm not just looking at your tattoos. I'm looking at how you like carry yourself online. Like it looks like, you know, I see a lot of black and gray, which is probably good. Working with darker skinned folks. Obviously we can get color to stick on them. Like this looks pretty good. Like that looks solid. That's something that's going to be easily like readable for a long period of time. Oh, this is a video. Okay, wait. What's a video? So you did a portrait in there too. I don't see that portrait though. Maybe it was... This hand looks good. So it looks like you're doing a lot of clean lines, and it looks like color is packed pretty good. Something like this, like you put white in this one, but not white in this one. I probably would have left like a skin break so you could put like some white in there. You know what I'm saying? Just because that stands out to me the most on like this one. And then on hands, like this part doesn't heal good, and this part doesn't heal good. So honestly, it seems weird, but I probably would have gone a little bit smaller. I almost never tell people to go smaller with a tattoo, but I would have, just because, unless you have gone over it, a lot of times you got to go over something like 3 times, like right there on the hand, mostly. This, it looks like the red is either overworked here. It's hard to tell. A lot of this stuff is always like the camera, guys. Are you working? Are you working in a studio or is this? Yeah, I think it's a studio. You're either in a studio or you're doing this in your house because I see hardwood floors. But you can have hardwood floors. Our last studio had hardwood floors. But if you are out of a house, man, you're doing really good. Like this is pretty good. You got good contrast in there. I like that. And it's a cover up. So this is opaque grays. I think that, like personally, if you're an artist working for me, I would say like knock it off with these videos just because it's hard to. Because I click on it and then it'd be nicer to just like, you know, the product and then like the cover up, you know. I'm getting back into the studio soon. Okay. You do what you have to do, brother, to advance your art career. I get it. We've all been there, man. Just don't learn any bad habits. It looks like you're kind of through the bad habit stage, actually. Like you seem like you're an artist out doing it, you know. I don't think you would be hired as an apprentice because I think you're too far in, you know. I hate videos too, yeah. I'm pretty like straightforward with critiques, man. Like I'll tell you something straight up like that. I don't sugarcoat it. Let me see this. This one's cool. I don't know how it's gonna heal just because I don't know like the technique that you did with this black and gray. That's like I don't know if you have more healed work on here. I don't really post healed work either. A lot of my work is actually 2 passes. Like it'll be healed and then I'll do a final session on it. So most of my tattoos that you see on Instagram are like either half healed or it's just hard to tell how stuff like this heals. I personally haven't worked on darker skin tone like this, so I'm just curious, you know. Yep. This part of the wrist also fades a lot. But, I mean, clients, I mean, you could explain that to a client and they're not going to be able to do anything. Now, I know this might be older. Was this 2022? Oh, it's not too old. Just putting like the Vaseline on people when taking a photo. I wouldn't do that. Like that. Like that. I don't like that. Just like the. I'm not saying the tattoo. I just say like the Vaseline. Like always wipe these tattoos like Vaseline off because we don't want that shine on it. See that big glare right down the center? So almost if you even get their arm like straight down and like there's a light source like behind them, like almost to where there's like a cast shadow over the tattoo, but like not like dark, like not in a black room. Like lights have to be on in the room. Like everyone, like I just explained this earlier in the live stream, like everyone keeps like pointing lights at their tattoo when they take a photo. Too much light, man, it washes it out. I think this one would have been awesome if it was just a photo. Like just boom right there, photo, boom right there, photo. Like re-upload that one as a photo and then pin it at the top because that skull's cool. And then I always try not to go farther down on people's things typically. Just because we're in like a different year. My guy out here is smoking the dope. Alright. Oh, you do have a photo, okay. Is there any videos or practice techniques you'd recommend for me to get better at tattooing? Hi, Logan, once again. Subscribe to my channel. I try to help people, man. My last live stream of tattooing this practice skin, I was actually way more informative. I would suggest Oliver Ayre, A-Y-R-E, Oliver A-Y-R-E on YouTube. And look up David Vega tattoos. Like he will teach you. Like, I can still see the cover up in this, but I like this. This is good, man. This is your best tattoo. Let me get back to your newer shit, because you probably got some fire shit I just, like, went over real quick. Now, this actually might hold up good, because it's very, like, graphic, like, very, like, legible. You know, just, like, big eye, big words, you know. So I think that will be seen for a long time. Is this a cover-up, or did he just want a silhouette? Did he have words under that? Right here. Yep. My guy had words under that. Ziggy about to unlock all the secrets. My thing is the time I have to work with my clients don't like doing double sessions. Yeah, dude. Do what I do. And you want to know what I do? I tattoo them and I'll leave a little bit unfinished. This is a secret in the industry right here. Like on this piece that you did right here, if you wanted this guy to come back in, tattoo all this. And they'd be all like, bro, you got to come back for the tree. Just be like, I got a client coming in about an hour. I still got to prepare. I know it sounds fucking shitty and shady, dude. But you want to know what that's going to do? That's going to make them come back. And then, you know, and he'll tip you that time and he'll tip you the next time. So you'll make even more money. Like, and then you also have another day filled and then you're staying booked and all that stuff. Yep. I'm telling you the secret right now, dude. LOL. Yep. Leave this unfinished. You'll come back and then you'll be able to do another session on it. That's the secret. I told you the secret. Don't tell anyone else. This one. This can be better. And once again with the Vaseline. Anytime you have a glare in your photos, your photography's off. Something's wrong. Either like where the light's coming in or yeah, man. Everyone does it. We just don't tell the clients that we do it. Or what I'll do is I only book people that I work on sleeves, so they're already, you know, everyone I tattoo, you know, they're booking every 3 weeks. Or 4 weeks, you know, 3 or 4 weeks. Like I'll tattoo, you know, 10 people a year, you know, every 3 weeks, you know, and I rotate them and stuff. So no matter what, they're coming back in because, you know, a guy's going to get a skull here, but he's going to get a hourglass here. And when I'm doing the hourglass here, I'm going to also hop back on that skull. And then I'm not going to upload those photos of that skull until I know it's solid, and I know it's going to, you know, be in the streets like that, you know. I try to leave everyone. Like, I try to see every single tattoo I do healed because that is your business card walking around, you know? Yeah, brother, you're doing good, though. I say keep it up. Make sure, you know, you're telling aftercare to these people good. You know, working out of a house, you can build bad habits, so just try to, you know, be as professional as you can because everything carries over. If you're not treating it like in a professional setting here, they're going to find you in a studio and they're not going to treat, you know, they're going to think, oh, it's my guy Styles. He's gonna, you know, give me the house treatment where I can put my feet up and do all these things. Like they're not gonna treat it professionally, you know. Like you want these clients as professional from when they walk into your house. Paperwork. You got to fill out a waiver, you know, get a good waiver. I wish I had a waiver available for you people to download, but get them on paperwork, you know, make sure everything's clean, make sure you're doing things the best you can. And I always say take photos in front of like a blank wall, mostly if you're doing it in a house, because it didn't take me too long to find out you're in a house. So a lot of it is just better photos. Like this one's good. Oh, but this is a video. Like that background is pretty good. You can't tell that that's a house. Like you would think that's a studio. And good lighting, no like crazy glares or anything. He has a nice cast shadow over him, so the light's behind him. You see how that is? Like the light's behind him in the video, so there's no direct light on the tattoo washing it out. There's good waivers online you could print too, just to cover your ass. And it's not only to cover your ass, it's to feel more professional. You know, you want these clients to feel like you care about them legally. You know, plus you want to have your ass covered at all times, because people do sue. I've seen artists get sued. It happens for the dumbest shit too, like just getting ink on somebody's shirt. All right, so once again, everybody go to this guy. I'll post his link down in the chat. You guys could go over there and follow him, please. Anyone else want to send me a message on Instagram and we'll check out your stuff real quick?